Many of us knows the book The Consumer Society as one of the masterful work from Jean Baudrillard, and it is a masterful contribution to contemporary sociology. And we know the division of labor in society from Durkheim, and the theory of leisure class from Veblen, and David Rimmel The Lonely Crowd. Our book, The Consumer Society, certainly has its place in the traditions. And Baudrillard analyzes our contemporary Western societies, of course including the United States. And this analysis focuses on the phenomenon of consumption of objects. And this analysis he already tackled in the system of objects, one of Jean Baudrillard's former work. And in the conclusion to this system of objects, he formulated the plan of his present work in the consumer society. Of course, what he says is like it has to be made clear from the beginning that the consumption is a relationship active forms. It's active, it's not passive, it's a relationship. This relationship not only to objects, but also to society and to the world. And it is not only the relationship forms, but also a mode of systematic activity. What this means is like the consumption is an active forms of relationship which is not isolated, not random. It's organized, it's widespread. And it is a global response, which means it's the whole humanity, collective response to the contemporary society status, how they respond to it, and which the active forms of relationship, which means the consumption, is found our entire cultural system. It's the base of our cultural system. So besides that, he shows with great perspicacity that the giant technocratic corporations fostered the irrepressible desires from people. I mean, the basically makes people to buy the things they don't basically need it. That's what they mean. So by fostering the desires, the giant corporations create the new social hierarchies, which seems like already replaced the old class differences. So when we talk about in the contemporary society, people are free and no longer restrict, no longer divided by different classes difference. So it's not true. It's replaced by a new hierarchies that created by the giant technocratic corporations. So how do they do this? Like what Jean Baudrillard writes, a new methodology has risen in this way. Like the washing machine serves as a appliance and acts differently. Back in those days when the washing machine just come out of market, not so many people can buy it because it's a bit of expensive. Of course, nowadays everybody can buy a washing machine with a cheap price. Everybody can afford it. But in those days, the washing machine is expensive. So it not only serves as a appliance, people buying it to just wash their clothes, but also the washing machine acts like an element of prestige, a element of comfort. So it's not represent its function. It can wash clothes, basically. It also represent the status of people. And of course, as James Baldrige have write, it's strictly this later field. What we mean is the element of prestige. This is a field of consumption. So by saying what James Baldrige have meaning, it is the meaning, the symbol, the representatives of the objects is the true essential meaning of the consumption, not the basic function of the objects represent the true consumption meaning. So all kinds of other objects, like nowadays, our premium phone, our luxury bag, like the LV, all kinds of other objects may be substituted here for the washing machine as this signifying element, signifying for the prestige and comfort and the status. And in the logic of science, as in that of symbols, as in the logic of sign or the logic of symbols, that's basically similar. So objects are no longer linked to any definite functions or any needs. The objects, the basically like a bag, you can bag things, packaging things, you can bolt what you need easily by bringing the bag with you. But as the luxury bags comes out, the object itself no longer linked to any sense to the definite function or need. Precisely because they are responding here not only to the actual needs of people, but to the logic of desire, to the social logic, to the logic of desire. So for which they function as a shifting and unconscious field of signification. So they function as a signification. They are representing the prestige of element, the element of prestige, the element of comfort. So let me repeat that. It is strictly the product or the objects act as an element of people's status, the prestige is the field of consumption. That's what James Baldrige writes.